Hello, boys and girls. We are in week 3, day 1 of PE, and the title of our lesson, and of course, the name of the activity is bowling. So we're going to be bowling today, using things you can find at home. All right. So we are going to go to our next screen. The unit is throwing. The standards for today or for this week are number 1, motor skills and movement patterns. Our learning target is to bowl and throw correctly. And our higher order thinking question is, which worked better today, rolling or throwing the ball? So you're going to have a choice. All right. And how to bowl and overhand throw. So we're going to go over how to do how to bowl, and we're going to review how to overhand throw because we were overhand throwing last week. So go ahead and turn on your camera and let's practice together. Okay, so then I will explain the activity after we practice bowling using things you find at home. So go ahead and stand up, and you guys are going to help me with the bowling. Now, just as a reminder, this is a bowling pin, okay? But most people don't have those at home. If you have these at home, you can use these, but most people don't. So what I told you guys last week that I wanted you to do was to collect things. So I want to show you some of the things that I have collected, and these are some of the things you can use today, okay? So if you look at what I'm about to try to bowl down, I've got some bottles, a water bottle, a shampoo bottle. I've got some cardboard tubes from paper towels and toilet paper that have been used up. I've got a milk carton. I've got a cereal box, a coffee cup. I've even got a spice container that had oregano in it. Okay, so anything that you have in the house that is empty that you can use for this. And you guys will probably come up with a lot of things that I haven't even thought of. You may have a toy that is good for this. Anything that you can put on the floor and you try to knock it down. Okay? Now, just like last week, I have a ball, but you don't have to use a ball. You may have something else that works just as well, a stuffed animal or whatever. Anything that you can throw. And this is going to be rolling, but you can slide, something along the ground as well. Okay, so just figure out what you got. And let's go over how to bowl and how to overhand throw. Okay, since we did the overhand throwing last week, I'm going to go over that first. So what you want to do, and do this with me, either put a ball in your hand. You can even stop the recording and go get a ball, or you can just pretend. Okay, but this is get your throwing hand ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to step with our opposite foot. Okay, so this is the foot on the other side. Point with our opposite hand. Then we're going to make an L with our throwing hand, and then we're going to throw. Okay, so that's one way you can throw at the things that you're trying to knock down in this game. Okay, at your bowling pin or things that are like bowling pins that you're trying to knock down. The other thing you can do, and this is real bowling, okay, is you're going to step with your opposite foot. So do this with me, okay, and get your throwing hand ready. You're going to do tick, and when you do tock, you're going to roll the ball. So tock, roll the ball like that, okay? So let's practice that one again since this one is new. So we're going to step with our opposite foot, tick, tock. And of course, this is just like the underhand throw, but instead of throwing it, we're rolling it, okay? So now have a seat and pay attention. I'm going to show you how we play the game, okay? So I've got my items here, and you don't have to have 10. I've got 10, and when you do real bowling, you got 4 in the back, 3, 2, and 1. But if you have 2 or 3 or 5, it doesn't matter. Just put them, you try to shape them so they look like a triangle because that will help them fall down. But let's say I want to do the rolling part first, okay? So I stand as far away as would be a good challenge for me, okay? You don't want to make it too easy by standing right here. That's too easy. You want to get some space, okay? So now I'm going to take my step with my opposite foot. Tick, tock. All right, I knocked down. Everything you knock down is 1 point. So I've knocked down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I've still got some items up, so I'm going to try again. Maybe this time I want to try, maybe I want to stand over here so you guys can see how it looks over here. I want to try my overhand throw. So I'm going to do step, point, L, and throw. All right, I knocked down 2 more. So that gives me 8 points, okay? So now I have 8 points. And if I want to, I can just keep doing this. So I could go again and say, okay, I'm going to knock down the oregano and the milk carton. So now that's 2 more. So now I have 10, okay? And then, of course, before you go again, you're going to stand them up. And like I said, you can stand them up this way. You got 1, now you got 2, now you got 3, now you got 4, and now, now you got 3, now you got 4 in the back. But of course, like I said, if you don't have that many, just use as many things as you have, okay? And now I'm ready to go again. So keep up with your points, okay? And I'm going to ask you at the end of the game how many points you have. So keep up with your points, keep adding them, and you're going to, and then we'll see who's got the most at the end of the game, all right? And that's how you win. So I'm going to stop right now. It's been about 7 minutes. So we're going to do about 15 minutes of bowling. So parents, this is where, or big brothers, sisters, whoever you're with, ask the adult that you're with to go ahead and tell you when time's up. So whoever, and adults, if you can hear me right now, set a timer, on your phone or just look at the clock. Tell your student, tell your child when 15 minutes is up. Or of course, if you're in 5th grade, you might just, or older, 4th, whatever, you might want to just time yourself. But bowl for about 15 minutes, okay? And then when 15 minutes is up, go ahead and start this recording again. So what I need you to do now is pause the recording, and then in 15 minutes, play it. And then we'll do the end part of our lesson, okay? So go ahead and bowl, pause the recording, and bowl. All right, I'm assuming that you did what I said, or parents, you did what I said. You paused the video, and then the student was bowling, okay? And now time's up. Go ahead and, so how many points do you have? You can tell me right now. Fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about our higher order thinking question of the day. All right. So our higher order thinking question is, that's what HOT stands for, is which worked better today, rolling or throwing the ball? Okay, you had a choice. So I hope you did that during the game. Did you knock down more pins when you were rolling it or when you were throwing it? Okay, or were they the same? Okay, so talk about someone that you're with about that. Okay, and that is our question for today. That is all I have for you guys today. What I'm going to do now is just remind you that you need to hold on to the items that you have that you use for this game, and whatever you were throwing them with. So whatever you were using for bowling pins, whatever you were throwing, put those somewhere where the next time we have a lesson later this week, you'll have them ready, okay? Because we're going to use the same equipment, same items in the next lesson. It'll be a different game, but we'll use the same items, okay? You guys did a super job today. I am proud of you, and I will see you next time for Online PE.